All right, here we go. Big Daddy Shit Day. 12:37. That's park. Yeah, long day already. Woke up early, go to high desert, looked at a house, turned right around, came back. I was supposed to go to Raging Waters. That kind of fell through. So I should have stayed up there and then watch Lisa play tennis. So yeah, it was good. I mean, I did the thing for Kent yesterday. Then I saw him today briefly, but yeah, his wife was playing a tennis tournament. But, you know, I looked at the house. It was a really nice house. But, so I'm running into a different problem. You know, with the whole overbidding stuff, you know what people are doing? They you know, like they say a certain price. Let's say they say $400,000, right? So you know it's going to go at least 450, 460, 470. You know if it's a pretty good house. This one, yeah, it's a pretty good house. So while your neighbors are like at 375 or something, right? Look at this way. There's a lot of people on this side. You put your 10, 20% down, and then just say you buy it for 450, and then the appraiser comes in and then says, hey, it's only 400. Then what happens is you have to come up with $50,000 and give it to the seller because the bank's not going to fund you that much. So I'm going, oh my gosh. It's one thing that I totally overlooked. Because, you know, let's say for instance, let's say you buy a $500,000 house. Okay. You go, okay, this house I'm gonna bid $500,000. And you do 5% down. Okay, that's $25,000. You're like, gosh, first of all, that's a lot of money, right? And then so you're like, okay, I need $25,000 plus $8,000 for escrow fees. So it's about 33. Let's make it easy. Let's say $10,000 for escrow fees. You need $35,000. You're like, okay, clean sale, whatever. The problem is when the appraiser comes for the bank, says, wait a minute, this isn't a $500,000 house. It's a $400,000 house. You're like, oh my gosh. So what you have to do, you're not paying $35,000 anymore. You already put down the $35,000 and you have to do that $100,000 difference. So in order to buy that house at your price that you offered at $500,000, you need $135,000. But you know, let's say even if you said, okay, 50, I'm gonna, you know, let's say it appraised at $450,000. So the difference between $500,000 and $450 is $50,000. So I would have to come up with 50 plus 35. That's $85,000. And then so I don't know if you knew, I don't get that many hits on my videos. So I'm like, oh. So I mean, you know what? It's one of those ones where you just gotta just offer for the house and hope for the best. But thing is, I have a hunch that it's not good. Okay, I mean, I'm not bidding that much. I mean, I just can't afford it, right? But let's say I bid $400,000, right? And then I put 5% down. That's, what is that? 10%'s 40, 5%'s 20. Okay, so you need about 5,000 for closing costs. Okay, 25,000, right? And then if it comes in at 350 appraisal, then I need 50 plus 25. That's 75,000. I don't even have a donate button on this YouTube video. But this one, you know, like when the housing market isn't this crazy, then yeah, you know, people whatever price you get it for, you just negotiate it, and then they'll like work out a deal. But now, if you have any like halfway decent house, then, you know, people are just going crazy like the last minute on eBay. So I'm back to normal, back to my reality. I'm gonna hang out with the people at the park right there, right? I'm surprised there aren't a lot of people swimming right now. But yeah, so it's Memorial Day Saturday, and there are a ton of cars at this park. I almost didn't come because I figured, you know what? I can't even find a spot. If I don't find a spot, I'm just gonna go straight to the gym. If I happen to find one spot, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my walk. But I'd rather do it now than do it later. So, yeah. But this is awesome though. Everything's coming back to life. But the thing that's not so awesome is my harsh housing reality. Not the best thing in the world, but hey, what can you do? You know, a lot of things that I do, I feel good because I kind of have some type of control on, you know, even the weight loss or how hard you work for, you know, your job, or, you know. But when you have the thing where there's so many different factors you don't have control on, it's horrible. And, you know, just some things you just can't control. And, you know, I mean, as superhuman as I feel, the whole confidence factor, well, I don't know. Reality. It's funny, I totally want to crash one of these picnics, but I think they'll totally know that I'm not one of them. These are a bunch of Latinos right now. Oh, well, puedo hablar en español, sí. All right, there you go, day 1237 in the books. So, you know, as much as I want to plan for the future, next year and stuff, I should be thinking about my summer, right? That's exactly what I should be doing. And I shouldn't worry about future stuff because I work too hard for that kind of stuff. So now, but there are times where you just gotta just sit there and dwell in your reality. Now the thing is, I'm not saying that it's bad, okay? I'm not saying it's good. But it's like, it's as much as a dreamer as I am, you know, I have to. So when I think of things, I think about if everything's perfect, how could I get it done? Is it possible? Yes, but everything has to be perfect. But the variables that happen, you got to take those in consideration and see how your odds are. So, you know, like today, I was driving home. I call Jose. Let's go to Shakey's. But what happens is, I was thinking, shoot, that's something I can control. And then it turns out that he wasn't home anyway. He said, oh, I'm going to be home in an hour. I'm like, but he didn't want to go either. But it's something that we could control. So that's why the whole different variables. But whatever happens, I'm still happy. Happy dude. But, yeah. So I'm going to control one of these other variables. I'm just going to the gym right now. All right, anyways, big day, shit day, 1237. If I could exercise 1,237 days in a row, you could exercise 1,237 days in a row. So if I could do it, you could do it. And I'm doing it. The variables in life. Variables in life.